Hi guys, Charla here from CNA Travels, your independent travel consultant. Um, I'm here today because I just wanted to talk about reasons why you should use a travel agent. And hold on. Now, a lot of people, they think, oh, I'll just book it myself and I'll go online and I'll go right to the, say you're going to take a cruise, I'll go right to the cruise line and I'll book it myself and I'll get the best deal. Well, I'm here to tell you, no, you're not. You absolutely will not get the best deal. A lot of times, the travel agent, the worst case scenario is if you use a travel agent, you're probably going to pay the same amount. That's worst case scenario. Usually, though, say I'm going to book a cruise and I go to the cruise line and on the cruise line site and I book it and the trip is going to cost me $1,400 for 2 people. Then I can go to the travel agent of my choice and I can tell him or her what I want. And usually they're going to look around and they're going to try to find the best deal. So maybe I want to take a, I don't know, Holland America cruise, certain ship that I want to go on. And that cruise is, or even Royal Caribbean. I'll use Royal Caribbean actually for instance. Say I want to go on Royal Caribbean and I'm going to the Bahamas and it's going to cost me $1,400 for 2 people. Actually Royal Caribbean is a little more expensive than that. So I'll say $2,000 for 2 people. Or $2,500. Well, that travel agent might look around and say, hey, I know you really wanted Royal Caribbean, Brilliance of the Seas, but I have this Carnival cruise here on the Liberty that goes to the same destinations, and it's even cheaper for you. And so I qualify that customer, and they decide that's what they want to do, is go on that. And then all of a sudden, hey, I've got an extra onboard credit that I can give them. Something they weren't going to get with the Royal Caribbean. They were going to pay all that money and they weren't even going to get anything back off it. But maybe I can get them with the Carnival, I can get them an extra onboard credit, say $25, $50, $100. So that's one of the good reasons why you should use a travel agent. Not only that, travel agents have connections. You know, they work with these people all the time. So they know, sorry, my lighting's not too great. I can see it going black and white and then color. But they have connections with these people. They know who to go to. They know who to go to find the best deals. So they have connections. Another big one for me is the personal experience that you get with them. Most travel agents want to get to know you as their client. And some even become like family. Their clients become like family to them. You don't get that personalized experience with the cruise lines. The cruise lines, most of the time, they book just the cruises, just their cruises. Whereas you come to me as your travel agent and, okay, I can book your cruise, but what about your hotel? If you live in northern New York, like we do, and you go to, say, Port Canaveral, you book your cruise with the cruise line, you're only booking the cruise. You're not figuring out your hotel stay. I did that a couple of months ago, guys. I booked my cruise for my husband and I booked it with the cruise line. I didn't go through a travel agent. I thought, I can get the best deal myself. So, yeah, whoop-dee. I booked that cruise. I booked the cruise, paid for the cruise through the travel agent, or through the cruise line. And then I had to go find a hotel. I spent hours and hours. I canceled the hotel once and went back to it. Guys, that's what travel agents are there for. They know the best deals. They can book more than just the cruise itself. They can help you book your hotel stay. Not only that, what are you going to do while you're there? A lot of people in northern New York, they don't go to Florida very often. Some of us don't even know what to do while we're there. So that travel agent is going to be able to give us ideas on things that we can do because they know the destinations. Say you're going to Nassau. The travel agents, most travel agents have been to these destinations, so they know what is there and what's not. They know the best value for your buck. Let's see. I think I've just about discussed everything on here. You know, another thing I want to mention, guys, is your time is valuable. A lot of you have kids. If you're like me, your kids are in sports. My two oldest weren't, but my youngest one is. And a lot of times, I didn't have time to plan vacations. And that's why we haven't gone on vacation in a while. It's because I just didn't have the time. So going through a travel agent helps free up that time so that you can enjoy your time with your kids. My youngest is in sports. He plays football. And there was one year, there was no way we could have gone on vacation. In fact, there was no way I could have planned it myself because he went from playing football into wrestling, into playing baseball, and back into practicing football for the next year. And there was just no time. We were at the field with him constantly. So there was no time to plan a vacation that year. And I didn't. But I have learned through my own experiences that using a travel agent is actually the best way to go. They're experts in what they do. They carry connections that you might not otherwise have. Another thing that you got when you book with a travel agent is once you hit that buy button and you purchase your excursion or your cruise or your hotel or your flight, once you hit the buy button, if you do it yourself off the internet, who's there to back you up? No one. That cruise line, those hotels, they don't care. They just want your money. Whereas a travel agent, one, is free to you. And yes, they get a commission from the cruise lines. But they're there to back you up. They're not loyal to the cruise line just because they're getting a commission. A lot of times, the travel agents want you to have the best time. A lot of times, the travel agents are going to treat your vacation as if it were their own. So they're not going to let the cruise line, they're not going to let the hotels, they're not going to let anybody dupe you. They're going to be behind you 100%. So when you pick up the phone and you make that call, you've got somebody there that if something happens on your trip, heaven forbid, you call them and say, hey, look, this and this is going on. What do I do? They're gonna tell you how to get through it. And if they don't know, they're gonna call somebody that does. They're gonna be behind you 100%. So their expertise and their connections, and guys, it doesn't cost you extra. So, yeah, they get a commission, but they're not charging you. So, let them look around. Let me look around. Because that's why I'm doing this video. Because I have decided to become a travel agent. So, let me do the digging for you. You want to go on vacation? Yes, I'm brand new at this. And there's still a lot that I'm learning. But I guarantee you, if I don't know, I'm going to call somebody. I'm going to pick up the phone and I'm going to call my supervisor and I'm going to say, hey, look, this client wants this. What can we do? How do I get that deal for them? Where do I go? What do I do? And my supervisor is going to help me out. So, it's not costing you anything. I'm the one that's spending the time. I got lots of it now. My youngest is going to be a senior next year, and he drives himself, so I don't have to drive him all over the place. Neither does my husband. I don't drive. So, I've got time on my hands, whereas you may not. So, let me do the digging for you. Guaranteed, I'm going to do the best that I can to come up with a better deal than what you can get with the cruise line. And like I said, worst case scenario is you're going to pay the cruise line price. That's the worst case scenario. 99.9% of the time, I'm going to be able to find you a better deal and maybe even get you some onboard credit. So, how about it, guys? Give me a call, 315-742-2263. Or you can email me at catravel13684 at gmail.com. And I'd be happy to help you. Or look me up on Facebook, CNA Travel at Charla327. Or look up, that's just my business page. You can look me up on regular Facebook, Charla Whitmarsh, and I'd be happy to help you. All right. Well, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.